Hey you guys, it's Eric Silvermoon. Thank you for joining me in another one of these videos. This week I really wanted to share this piece entitled Wolfsbane. I was kind of inspired by the recent changes in my spiritual path. A little bit of the story behind the art piece is I kind of wanted to create this kind of like a werewolf, like a guy that was trapped in this beast form for a really long time, and finally was able to break that curse, if you will, and he emerges under this moon in this like kind of like blood kind of scenery, almost just like in that, I don't know how to describe it, but he kind of emerges as a naked man in his new form that he has to get used to. And so I kind of wanted to depict that because that's kind of what I've been going through in my spiritual practice right now. For those that follow me on Instagram, I really appreciate all your love and support. I kind of don't kind of interact too much on Facebook. I'm kind of over Facebook and I'm kind of phasing it out. It's really only there now for family. For those that want to really get to know me in my spiritual practice and what's been going on, my changes, I highly recommend following me on Instagram. That's where I'm posting all of my magical endeavors, my art piece, my spiritual practices, my spell work. I feel more connected to that platform. And so right now with YouTube, it's only going to be mainly for art of the how-to process. And so yeah, so what's been going on with me right now is that for those of you who've been kind of following me for a while, have noticed that I've been working with Cernunnos. And so he's a new god that I've been inviting in to my practice, and I've been kind of struggling to figure out what ways I could actually incorporate him or how to connect with him. And I found it that the best ways to connect with Cernunnos was through sex and through my personal health and fitness. And so it inspired me to go through this like tremendous change of the exterior and interior self. So I decided to change my eating habits and work out intensely and allow myself to be seen as a male being, as a divine masculine figure. I've been working with the goddess energy and the goddess aspect since I was 14. I just recently turned 32, so it's been a long a lot of years working with just feminine energy, and I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I, not desperately, but I just feel very strongly the need to connect to my masculine energy and finally accept that and to heal those wounds that I have. And there is no better way of expressing the beautiful thing to be a man is by sharing that, sharing the male form, sharing my experiences, connecting to my sexual being, to my desires, my creativity. And so that's what kind of Cernunnos has been helping me with, is to find that male figure within myself and accept and honor and get to know that person, that male figure within me. And so it's been a really crazy adventure. On my birthday, I had a ceremony of finally accepting who I am as a gay male and having this water cleansing spiritual connection. With Cernunnos, he's all about being out in nature and allowing myself to be seen in the light. And so I've been connecting a lot this past week, and then so forth in nature and water, a lot of water elements too, which is a lot of cleansing. It's almost like I'm constantly being drawn to water to kind of cleanse myself of just anything from the past, any toxins, anything like that. It's almost like a long kind of like ritual, I guess, in a sense, but it's been amazing. And now I'm kind of at that point where I want to communicate and get to know other male witches. Not to say that I guess I don't want to come across that I'm saying goodbye to the goddess energy, which I'm not. It's now about getting to encompass the balance of both. I still work very closely with the Morrigan, and now working on a different way with the god Cernunnos. And so I recently had a weight loss. I ended up losing close to 15 pounds now, and I have five to 10 more to go, because I'm kind of figuring out what my body's going to look like within that. I did share my progress on Instagram for those who want to go ahead and take a look at that. I also shared my water ritual that I did on a waterfall. I'm a little bit nude, or a lot of bit nude, but I wanted to share that because it was very sacred and special, and I felt it is important for me to put that forward in social media to kind of share that experience. I also, if you notice, I decided as a part of the ritual to release something that caused a lot of stress and anxiety for me, which was my hair. And so I went ahead and buzzed that and got rid of it, and I've been feeling so much lighter, so much more confident, not worrying about, you know, the insecurities I have with my hair or anything like that. And so it's been pretty amazing. And so with the eating habits, I did everything I've been doing it with the God and Goddess in mind, specifically more Cernunnos. I invite him into my workouts, and I meditate and I pray. And so the whole time I'm working out, I'm calling him down. It becomes such a kind of like a meditative, more heightened in terms of awareness and physical strength. I am able to push myself more. I'm eating in the God and Goddess's name, and so everything that goes into my body is a little bit more sacred and has been blessed by them. And so it's been such a surreal and crazy experience to be in that very sacred space all the time. And it's a detoxification of my inner sacred temple, which is within me. And so it's almost like everything that goes into my body, I make sure that it is healthy and it's coming from a very well kind of received place. And everything I'm doing in terms of activity, I'm doing to promote my inner health, and it has changed my physical form completely. Even though my internal form has always been kind of spiritual and high energy, but now my exterior form can't keep up with the pace. And so I've been feeling this strong energy to keep being active, to be outside, which is why we're outside in my backyard. And it's just been amazing. So this piece is kind of symbolic of that, of being trapped in a certain form and finally be able to figure out a way to get out of that form, to embrace yourself. And so the depiction with this Wolfsbane character is that he emerges from that fully nude. So if you think about wolf, you're covered in fur, you're covered in all this like stuff, and you're shedding all that, and all that's left is the scars and what needs to be healed still, and you're naked, vulnerable, and it's raw. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel very comfortable now that I'm going through my fitness journey of being in the naked form, which I used to not be, because for those of you who have been following me for a really long time, you guys know that I was overweight for really long periods of time of my life. I was about almost 300 pounds. I think I weighed 298 is what I weighed when I was in high school. And I'm not a very tall guy. I'm about 5'9". So almost 300 pounds on my height. My form was very noticeable, and it was really big and inconvenience, and I had a lot of acne everywhere. So I spent a lot of time as a hermit. So being able to shed that weight and continue to keep it off, and now working with Cernunnos, able to lose the remainder protection in a way that I no longer need, has been transformational for me in my practice. And so I'm really excited to see where I would go from here. And a lot of people have been commenting on my Instagram of that they could physically see the changes in confidence in just the way that I've been recently posting and sharing and allowing myself to be seen, not only as a person, but as a man and a gay man and a witch at that. And so it's all about acceptance, and that's kind of where I want to move forward with that, is again allowing myself to be seen, vulnerable, naked. And I'm not saying that that I'm gonna be naked all the time on Instagram, but if it fits with what I'm doing, then I want to connect with that, because I want to accept myself in the most vulnerable moments and the most intimate moments, which is when you're fully nude. And I think embracing that, embracing who you are, all the flaws, like I have big stretch marks, I have cellulite, embracing all that is empowering and is very inspiring to see other people that do it And I hope that my recent changes in my spiritual path has inspired others to kind of see other changes that they might be able to do in their personal path, or anything that might inspire. And so yeah, so it's been crazy, 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 and I just want to share all that good stuff because it's been awesome. And yeah, I hope you like this piece, and I hope that you'll check out my Instagram. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really on the Facebook end, but Instagram for sure. And yeah, if you're interested in this piece, then you can find it on my Society 6 page. And yeah, there'll be a lot more art updated and a lot of styles changing. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Blessed be you guys. Till next week. Mwah.